Hey guys, thanks all for joining. We have exciting news for you today, and so we're just going to wait for a few more folk to jump on board, and then we'll make headway. But this is an exciting day. We're going to go over the achievements that we've made and the 8 phases that we have set up that we aim to achieve in the coming time. So as I say, we're just going to give the folk a chance to jump on. I know that Johnny, apparently, I don't believe him, has laryngitis, and 17 has strep. I think they're just a little bit nervous to speak, but yeah, we'll make headway very soon. We'll just give everyone a chance to get on, and then we'll go for it. So I'll make a start while we wait for other folk to jump on, and this space is being recorded, so anyone who misses the first part will be able to listen to it at a later time. But we are now from the 8 phases that we've planned, we are now at phase 4. So I'll just go briefly through each phase that we're up to so far, so that you can see that the progress we've made in 6 months, 7 months now. So I'll start with phase 2 because 2,000 entities with unique traits and characteristics, they've been launched. Asia marketing, which is very important, and this has also been launched. Phase 3, LBank CEX listing, done. NFT staking. And then following that, staking version 2. Staking version 1 sold out pretty quickly. Also sold out. I mean, it disappeared unbelievably quickly, which is why we introduced the version 2. In phase 3, we added the Terra Classic Validator, which was an enormous achievement and something that we're all very proud of, and something which benefits the community unbelievably. What else in phase 3? Everswap listing, the Luni Shop merch store, Luni Space social media platform, the first of its kind. This is, again, another crazy but wonderful achievement. And now we're in phase 4. Phase 4, so we're halfway through the 8 achievements, the 8 phases that we plan on implementing in the coming time. So phase 4, I'll list them one by one, and then if you have questions regarding them, you can ask me afterwards. But new partnerships, the website version 2, which is coming very, very soon. It's almost ready for launch. Global marketing campaigns, big one, launching Lunati on the Ethereum. Launching the lottery DApp in development, and hopefully achieving 10,000 holders. At the moment, we're maybe 1,700, 1,600 holders shy of that 10,000 target, but there's still time. So we are making progress, and things are going really well. They are going according to plan. So we're not worried. You shouldn't be worried. We're doing this for us. We're doing this for you. This is a community, and as to jump in before Ace says anything, without you, we are nothing. So there it is. Ace, do you want to add anything with your strep?
No, you're doing good. Nothing
Cheers.
happened to me.
Johnny, do you want to add anything to that?
Sure. A little bit on the website. It's the updates are completed on the local host, and we just need to migrate onto the web server with the dApps. Same with the lottery. It's all completed. Just need to migrate everything onto the web server. And then for partnerships, they're like, as the community knows, but if anybody's new, we partnered with Exodus, our universe. It's a metaverse project. So we have our NFT collection on Miata on the Terra Classic chain. So that was just part of phase 3 and 4.
So, I mean, the progress that we're making I guess it's kind of exceeded our expectations. I mean, we didn't expect to come this far in such a short time, but we have, and the show goes on, and there's no stopping us. I mean, as I say, we are halfway through the planned updates that we are making, and this is kind of now a non-stop process. Sorry, this is going from strength to strength. At this point, I just invite anyone who wants to ask any questions to ask, because we will carry on. We will give you further updates, further information with regard the progress that we're making. But if anyone wants to jump in and ask a question, then please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we'll just carry on with the phases that we're planning to take place in the coming months. So if anyone has anything to ask at this point, based on what has been now said, please just jump in, pop your hand up, and we'll try to answer your questions. No, I guess that's not so. But, as I say, we have these 8 phases that have been listed, and perhaps I shouldn't divulge everything at the moment, because, as I said last week, I mean, it's important that we have everything in place before we start, sort of getting people excited, and then, things don't work out and everyone is disappointed. So, but there are, amazing things coming through. Johnny, I know you have laryngitis, but can you say more about the Ethereum?
No, I was just bugging you with the laryngitis. I just have a cold.
Oh, fine. Okay, so you're free to speak.
Yeah, the launching on Ethereum, the reason why that's coming now is because at first we were going to do Terra, but with the new chain upgrade and then having to migrate all holders afterwards, we're holding off on that. So we decided to go and do the Ethereum in the time frame that we were going to do Terra launch. So that's in, it's on track. I'm not going to give specific dates, but we have calculated roughly when it's going to go live, and we'll just keep the community weekly updated on that. But it is looking to be in the beginning of March is when we would like to. So, but no specific date.
Yeah, I mean, March is almost upon us. So yeah, it's far away.
March is, what is it, 2 weeks away?
2 weeks away, yeah.
2 weeks away, and then it would be like still the marketing part of it, but it would be publicized, right? So we won't get a specific date it goes live on the DEX. It's just that's when we want to start promoting it publicly.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge.
Yeah, last week, AMA told the community that whether the new website was live or not, we would give them our roadmap outline, because the website could be up Monday or Tuesday, and then the whole roadmap is there anyway. So this way we can tell them about it and take the questions now, instead of the chat being full of questions for the next week.
But do we want to go through the entire roadmap now? Because it's quite extensive, isn't it? I mean, it's
I think we should, because as soon as it's live on the website, they're going to see it anyways.
Okay, so if I jump from phase 4 to phase 5, and then hopefully folk will have some questions based on what the roadmap says. So if I go to phase 5, and I say we're on now phase 4, so phase 5 is next month, basically.
Yes. And you're looking at the same roadmap I am on. So the stuff that says in development is actually in progress. And after you go through each phase, if they want to have questions, or I can elaborate on a few of the things.
Yeah, sure. So I'll go through phase 5, and then if anyone has any questions, you can just stick your hand up, and we'll try and answer those questions. So phase 5, first point is Luniswap DEX BSC ETH in development. This is, as Johnny just said, it's underway. It's in progress. It's almost there. 15,000 holders is the target for phase 5, and this is not unrealistic. This is, we're almost at 10,000 now, so in a month, another 5,000 holders based on the roadmap that we have is far from unrealistic. The launch of NFTs on the Terra Classic network, the launch of Lunati on the Terra Classic network, new exchange listings, so possibly bigger exchanges, which again, I'm not talking about #1 exchanges, but exchanges which are considered elite exchanges. And then the Lunatic Community Voting DApp. Plus, the referral system is in development, or will be in development, and global staking platform, which will be in development. So there's a lot going on in phase 5. Phase 5 is, I believe, the biggest phase that we have to contend with. But this is all doable. This is all possible, and we intend to make this work. Again, together with the team, and together with the amazing community we have, this is completely achievable. So, does anyone have any questions with regard to phase 5, or did I say it too quickly? Marco, you have a question. Hey, Marco. Hey.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about the Ethereum launch. Is it going to be like we had the launch on BSC side with the pre-sale and everything else, or is it just going to be something different? Yeah, that was my question.
Thanks. Johnny, do you want to answer that?
It will be open to the public pre-sale.
Okay, and yeah, okay, thanks.
GM.
Cheers, Marco. Oxys. Hi.
Hey guys. I have been tweeting a little bit today, and got called into some sort of a conversation around your project. I haven't particularly read up too much about it before today, but and I don't want to bring up like the ethics discussion and stuff. I think that's not relevant. But I think it'd be useful just to understand a bit more about Lunatics Token. So just asking questions about what you said there. So you're launching on Ethereum mainnet, is that right?
Yes, we are.
Cool. So what was sort of like the logic behind launching there?
Well, initially when we created the coin, the whole intention is to be multi-chain, because with the partnership with Exodus and other things, we need to be cross-chain. And with Terra being in the situation it is, and talking with Ed and Zarda and that, we're holding off launching there until the chain upgrade is done.
Got it. Got it. I mean, just like, I guess if you're looking for trade volume, like launching on these mainnets, probably quite an expensive place for most of your current users to trade. So I don't know whether it'd be useful to think about a layer 2, like Arbitrum's popping right now, perhaps deploying something there. It would be in Solidity as well, so that would make a lot of sense.
You mentioning Arbitrum, I actually really like that chain, that layer 2 on top of it. The fees are cheap. It does make sense, especially when the Exodus, our universe metaverse is running, because they're going to be able to cross-chain as well. So then our users can take advantage of that. Otherwise, ETH can get expensive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like pop in. It's pretty active. So like that seems to be one of the hot places. I mean, and for GameFi, probably Polygon's the right place to look. If you've got the right product and the right stuff, they might even offer you a grant of some description. They seem to be sending a lot of money around. But that's my thought there. But you mentioned you're running a separate pre-sale, which definitely twigged my ears. So like this won't be for your current holders on Binance Smart Chain won't have access to these tokens on Ethereum, or like they'd have to pay again.
They will have, if they want to buy, they can buy on there. It's a liquidity raise, right? Because that's the key point, is having strong liquidity. And our Binance holders, for supporting us from the early on, and the NFT purchasers, everyone that purchased our Binance NFTs will get an airdrop of the ETH tokens either way. But we will have a bridging solution. So you don't have to buy on ETH. If there's more trade volume there and you would rather go there, you'll be able to transfer your tokens over.
Sweet. Will you reveal the terms of that pre-sale? I guess you will, because it'd be a public sale.
Yes, it will be fully public and the terms will go up. It will be similar to the BSC. Everything goes back into the project. We don't take grants. We don't haven't applied for none. We pay for everything in-house. So all the money the project raises has been funneled back into the project. So that way, that's what we use it for and keep on building. And like Duncan mentioned, we're doing a DEX. It's not that there is no DEXs out there. Obviously, there's lots of them. But what we're doing is a Lunatics layer 2 ecosystem for our community as it grows, one-stop shop. So right now it'll be BSC and ETH. Once we launch on Terra, we're going to integrate Cosmos into it. And if the community wants other Cosmos chains integrated into it, we'll do that too.
Gotcha. I mean, I guess if you were going to run a new sale, you'd expect that to be sort of below the market valuation of the tokens to make it attractive in the first place for people to get involved, right? That's sort of like the incentive.
Yes, and the bridge won't be live instantly, so it's not like the new investors on ETH will get taken advantage of, or the BSC investors won't get taken advantage of the new users on ETH, right? Like if it launches at 800K market cap and you can bridge to BSC and dump it, that's not fair. So we'll let it balance out, and we have funds set aside to equal the market caps before bridging opens.
Got it. So I guess like when you launch the token on Terra, maybe you'd think about putting a liquidity pool on Terraport or something like that. So like maybe a LUNC, what's the Lunatic Token ticker? I don't know.
Lunati. So yes, every chain we're going to launch on, we're going to have our own pools, because we're not here just to suck liquidity out of a chain or anything. We're adding to it. And on Terra, our plan is to have both a USTC and a LUNC pool with our token. And as far as which DEX to put it on, it's going to depend how this new Terraport does, and if we are confident in them and stuff like that. But otherwise, there's a Panckaceswap or whatever. That's how it's going to depend. But we will have pools, and if it needs to be on multiple DEXs, we'll do that too.
Yep. Makes sense. So I guess at this point as well, like, is the private vesting complete, or like any pre-sale vesting complete as well?
The private vesting on BSC ended beginning of December. And if you look on BSC scan, that 20% still has not been touched. Like, they're all committed here, and we have so much stake. nobody's looking to cash out yet. Everybody sees the long-term vision. And I don't know, we just keep on going. Yes, I know we're BSC, and that was the whole FUD on the Luna community. But when we launched, there's not a chance in hell we would have been able to launch on Terra Classic anyways. So we've rewarded like over 5 billion LUNC and spend a lot of time educating Binance traders on how to DEX bridge over to Terra, bring that liquidity back, stake it on the validators. So that was the goal, is to get, because Binance is where, our BSC is where all the trading happens for Terra Classic, majority anyways. So if we can bring more people to Terra Classic, more volume, and bring some utility along the way, it will benefit that chain.
Sweet. Yeah, I guess, okay, maybe my last question, not to hog the whole AMA, but like, what would you say is the long-term sort of vision / utility for the token? What's sort of, like right now it's like, yes, if you trade with it, you'll burn LUNC in some, sort of a fee-based structure, but like what products and what kind of innovations are you thinking about long-term that make this attractive for an investor with some money, such as, well, people who might be listening?
Okay, without giving away too much, because it's part of this whole AMA, we, like I said, we're doing a layer 2 ecosystem for our community, but that's not just limited to our community. So we have the gamify side with the metaverse. We have staking for passive income in multiple forms. Like you can not just earn LUNC, you earn our token. And the whole entire ecosystem that will be laid out today in the 8 phases is a crypto banking ecosystem, bridging crypto to fiat, making it simple. One place to do all of that. And we'll go through the details throughout the AMA.
Blimey. Okay, well, crypto to fiat sort of as like a long-term sort of like a payment rails solution. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, and being able to, even just for the regular user, not even on just on the business side, it's the biggest pain in the ass. Like you can go on your DEX wallet and buy your crypto, but it's such inconvenience to get it back to your bank account. And that is the system we have set up. It's going to take, to be realistic, it's about a 1-year plan.
Gotcha. So you'd interact with some, I mean, like the existing payment rails sort of products on Cosmos, at least, are like Cardo and MoonPay and guys like that. Otherwise, most of the time, I guess people just go back to Binance or a centralized exchange and they just sell back to euros or dollars or whatever. So you're sort of looking at that space, basically.
Yeah, basically like you're setting up your own SEPA IBAN account or SWIFT bank account, and it's all linked through your wallet. Everything's done. There's a few more solutions available than just MoonPay and all that. Those are just on-ramps or whatever. That we're looking into a few different options, and we haven't worked out the full technical side of that or partnerships yet. So that's later on. But that is part of the whole entire ecosystem. And this space is changing so fast that in 3 months, there could be an entirely revolutionary system out there, and that's what we'd integrate.
Yeah, yeah. So sort of like the LUNC burns sort of narrative, and this is sort of maybe a bootstrap to sort of fund a larger, more expansive / ambitious project.
Well, yeah, and all these trading fees and all these utilities are always contributing to the deflationary idea of LUNC, and our own token is deflationary. But like anyone that knows, burning the token, even burning Luna Classic, doesn't make it more attractive, really. You have to build utility, bring the use case, not just in the crypto world, but bring it back to the real world use case and attract some serious investment, and the supply will eventually go down. But for now, like if they would burn 6 trillion tokens, everybody would run away millionaires and the chain would be dead. There would be no liquidity, nothing. So That's not practical. It's a long-term deflationary, and that's what we're aiming to do too. We assist in every which way.
Sweet. I won't hog your whole AMA, but that's
well. Thanks for
interesting.
stopping by and at least giving us a chance. You know, I know on Twitter things get lost and everything, and we all have our different ideas. We all have different ability levels. But I'm glad you took the time to come to our AMA.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate it. Thanks, Oxys. Cheers.
No worries, gents. I want to see more apps being built on LUNC. But it's like the two things. It's like there's the meme token ideas, like burn ideas, and then there's, like you say, sort of like a utility, like serious DeFi, serious payment rails ideas, and they kind of meet in the middle. It's like what's useful and what's the right direction. And like you're kind of saying now, it's very hard to launch a project on Luna Classic because it's just like all of these random burn contracts set up, and like it's not up to date. The software's out of date. It's like really, it's probably the worst place in Cosmos to launch a smart contract or a project at the moment. But so it's like, okay, well, maybe the meme idea is the right direction. Maybe this is what's useful. Maybe this is the right thing to double down on for the entire like community and project. But then it's like, okay, well, if you can build out something that's actually useful, like you say, like burning doesn't make the price go up. It's the expectation the price will go up that makes the price go up.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, it's exactly the same. Like with your own token, it's like, well, look, we're burning it, but it's like that doesn't produce green candles. That's not logical. It doesn't work like that. So it's like, how do you sort of pivot from, yes, we ride the sort of the wave of the LUNC burn stuff in the summer, but then turn that into something that sort of is more sustainable and has a longer term plan than just like using that hype.
Yeah, and that's why, like, you know, honestly, we started off as meme because you are a meme unless you're layer 1 or whatever serious token. Switching to meme utility to alt, that's the goal. Like, we're not going to be a layer 1, and we don't want to be. We can be a layer 2 altcoin. And the deflationary part, the burning of LUNC, is the community narrative right now. That's what brought the FOMO back to the chain and kept it alive during the time of the storm. So we're continuing with that narrative as well, because a lot of the community, they believe that's the only way to build the chain, but you just have that there. And when they see these utilities coming, these other layer 2 projects, and then big serious ones coming on, they're going to see how much more that actually benefits the chain, and the narrative will kind of change. But until then, we'll use that to keep developing and just keep working. That's all you can do.
Gotcha. And then maybe the very, very last thing, I keep saying I'm going to stop talking, but I promise I will now. Hopefully now, will you have the same token address for the Luna burn token on Ethereum and on Binance Smart Chain?
We used a rewards. Yes, our Terra Classic burn address will stay the same, and that's the one that records all our on-chain Terra Classic burns. But what we do is we reward in the wormhole version of Luna Classic, because that one people can actually bridge back to Terra and stake it and so on. So it brings more liquidity to Terra Classic. We can't burn that one because it's worthless burning a wrapped token. So we convert, our taxes come in BNB on the BSC side and ETH on the ETH side. And we used that to buy LUNC on the exchange and send it to our burn wallet and then burn it on chain.
Gotcha.
But once we're on chain, Terra Classic, that will be an automatic system. It's already in the contract.
So maybe my question was what about it actually? So I guess what I'm saying is, will the token on Ethereum be fungible with the token on Binance Smart Chain? Will they be like, you won't have like a specific wrapped version on Ethereum from Binance Smart Chain? It'll be like fungible with between the two?
No, because we couldn't. It was just too much of an issue doing that. They're standalone, but we'll have a bridging contract. So you will be able to transfer. There's no mint and burn function. So it will be, you transfer from BSC to the bridge contract, it locks it up, then it gives you ETH tokens and so on. Like, it always locks it so that liquidity is secured. You can't drain it. because it's always been locked in the bridge contract.
Yeah, so like a Terra shuttle sort of equivalent. We just relay between the two.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I am really done now.
Okay. Well, you have a good day.
Oxys, thanks very much. Bikram, you have a question. Bikram, are you with us?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
now that we're done answering those other questions, I just want to elaborate on a few things in phase 5 before we go to phase 6. I did state in there to the other guy, the DEX is initially BSC and ETH tokens. As we go in Terra Classic, then we'll integrate Terra Classic chain and any other Cosmos chain that we need to. So that's where that's at. It's roughly 4 to 5 weeks away. So we'll update our community weekly on the stages that we are with the DEX. And for the referral system, that is built into the DEX. So you will get a referral code, and if people use that, you will get a portion of the fees paid to you. So you will make money by people buying using your referral code. The global staking platform is LP and yield farming through the DEX. So that will be all integrated into there. Okay, I'm done now.
Okay, then I'll go on to phase 6. And then maybe we'll have some more questions with regard to that. So phase 6 involves, and Johnny and Ace will clarify these, they'll give more details on these, but the Lunatics wallet, which is now in development, metaverse events, I'm trying to remember, the development of NFT play to earn and burn game, a tier 1 exchange listing, or not just but maybe several tier 1 exchange listings, and static audit. And with a bit of luck, which if we achieve phase 5, 20,000 holders. So any questions with regard to phase 6? I'll just run through them again. Lunatics wallet, metaverse events, development of NFT play to earn and burn game, tier 1 exchange listings. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Certic. Is that right, Johnny? Certic? I have no idea.
I call it Certic audit. So.
Certic audit.
But I'm Canadian.
And 20,000 holders, which is completely achievable. If we're in phase 4 with 10,000, then phase 6 with 20,000 holders is not, it's not crazy.
Well, because I'll just elaborate a little more on there. The reason why we're looking at doing an NFT, 3D NFT play to earn game and burn is because not every one of our community members and people out there will be able to play in the metaverse because of the system requirements. It's built on Unreal 5, so you need a little bit better of a computer and so on. And there's a lot of NFT projects popping up on Terra. And it would be nice to even help them integrate into something too. And this just people may even want to fork the game to suit their little NFT project. And we'll try to make that happen for them, stuff like that. And the metaverse events, those are going to be, the ideal thing is once it's all up and running properly is we can host our spaces in there. So we can do a lot of things with the metaverse.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would be amazing if we could do that. Hold a space in the metaverse.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
I was about to say, then we could actually see DJ Trev DJ then.
That's the plan.
Hey, Trev.
Yeah, actually, Duncan and I have talked about whether we want to do some do some like live chats and stuff like that in the metaverse. There's going to be a lot of things that we can do, so I'm looking forward to it. I have a question for you guys though. Looking through this roadmap, I realize and I noticed that there aren't necessarily time frames assigned to these different phases. And I was wondering if you had a general idea, like, phase 6, phase 7 will be done by Q2, Q3, or when we're through phase 8 and everything's done. Do you have kind of a hopeful time frame of completion for everything?
Yeah, I think, Trev, this is a question I asked earlier. This is something we were discussing, and I think we do have a time frame in mind. It's simply not been published yet because we don't want to commit to a certain time frame and then disappoint. But we have a time frame, and this will be published perhaps in the version 2 of the website. But there are goals in mind. There are goals that we want to achieve, and these are goals which we hope we will achieve in the time frame that we have assigned to ourselves.
See, I can elaborate a little bit on the time. The DEX is going to be the first phase of it going to be completed and usable by the end of Q1, and the wallet's going to borderline on the end of Q1 to beginning of Q2. So, but the rest of the stuff we're going through, we haven't got there yet, so you have to wait.